Right, we're talking to Craig and Raiden from Shattered Hourglass. Thanks for talking to me today, guys.
Cool. Thanks for having us.
Hey, now it's not very often that I go to a gig and see a 12-year-old on stage playing guitar. Let's talk about that. When did you start? How long have you been doing it? Tell us all about it.
We started as a band last year, I reckon, and me playing guitar, I started, I don't know, maybe since I was 7.
Right, when did you get your first guitar? Talk us through it.
I got my first guitar after busking at the Byron Bay Blues Fest. I managed to somehow get $630-something. It's pretty cool. I didn't expect to get it, especially because I wasn't actually one of the main acts. I was just sitting outside the campsite, but that was really good. And then it just kind of picked up from there.
Right, so the formation of the band, let's get into that. How did that come together? Jamming at home first off, or, what? Talk us through the process.
When we first moved to Iowa, we wanted to still play music, me and Dad, so we tried to look for a bassist and a singer to start up our own band together. And eventually that worked out and we found the right people.
Yeah, it sort of worked out pretty cool. We found Mick and we found Ryan, and Raiden kind of paints the scene for us with his guitar work, and we fill it out behind him. And it's some super awesome tunes to play to, and kind of cool for me too, being watching his growth as a musician and getting to play drums for him too. It's epic.
Okay, so when I first saw the band, it was at the Wacken Metal Fest SA Heat here in Adelaide, but you were a three-piece then, so what went on there?
Well, we're only quite new, I suppose, as a band at that point in time, and myself and Mick, the bass player, we handled sort of shared vocal duties. We're still looking for a singer. We had a singer before that, but he unfortunately left the week before Wacken Battle. Bit of personal stuff, whatever, but yeah, so we jumped up and had a bit of a jump on the mics while we're trying to play as well, but mainly just trying to highlight what the guitars are doing and trying to make it a full. Well, we've got a pretty good full sound of the three-piece, and then we've been fortunate enough to land Ryan in the last few months just before we jumped in the studio. So it's been quite a wild journey, real fun.
And what is Ryan doing? Is he playing guitar or singing, and or both? What is the deal?
For the most, he sings, but every now and then he'll jump on the guitar as well and do some rhythm.
Just jamming together, trying to learn Raiden's parts at the moment, and the rhythm sections to what needs to be played, and filling it out live is he's got his work cut out for him, mate.
Tell us about recording. You wanted to get something out. Tell us how that came together and how you went about it.
Well, being in South Australia, we looked at where would be the best place to get all these tracks down. Now, Raiden's been pumping them out for the year or so as this band, as this outfit, and we went down to Against the Grain in Adelaide, took the trip down from regional South Australia, and we just we were stoked with the outcome. Like the sound that we got out of it was huge, and that sort of emulates what we do live. And Andy just nailed everything for us. It was epic. So 10 tracks of songs that come out of a prodigy, I suppose. And yeah, we laid it down. We captured the moment, and it's about to unleash, and people can hear it online and in CDs and all that sort of thing in December.
Yeah, so December 8, am I right?
Yeah, we thought we'd line it up with December 8 being Dimebag and John Lennon's, I suppose, Ascension anniversaries, and I think it's also Corey Taylor's birthday as well, so it has to be on December 8th.
Now, you mentioned streaming platforms all across the board there on all the streaming, and CDs will be available. Now, how would someone get hold of one of them?
They can either come to our shows, buy a physical copy, or we've got some for sale on Bandcamp, which is website. I think Dad's also setting something up on CD Baby.
Yeah, that's the platform that goes out to all Spotify, and we got the YouTube channel and all the online things, which you kind of have to do these days. But yeah, we definitely got the physical form as well, which you can grab and hold and read the lyrics and put it in your car or at home on your stereo and crank it. Yeah, so we're trying to cover all the bases, so people can hear the music and get into it.
You hinted at it before, but who's writing all the songs?
I am, and then Dad'll come up with a drum beat riff kind of thing every now and then, and I'll try and write a riff to that.
Yeah, Raiden mostly handles all the songwriting duties, especially all the riffs, and we just try and keep up, I suppose. Raiden and I have got a pretty obvious connection, being father and son and whatever, and kind of know where he's going musically, which is pretty cool. And I've played drums for a few years now in different other bands and whatever, so it's absolutely enjoyable for me. And Mick's been playing bass. We lock in together well as the rhythm section, and Ryan's an old school metalhead. He loves his old Megadeth and Sepultura and things like that. I know it's a really good mix and kind of just fallen on us, I suppose, all together, and just really, really fun to be a part of the journey with Raiden as he develops as a musician as well.
Yeah. Now, what's happening on the live scene? Have you got any gigs lined up?
Well, we did. I think the South Australian restrictions are up and down at the moment. I've just heard that they've just been lifted. I don't know what's going on now. I have to do a bit more reading, but
it is.
We had a gig just recently. It is?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. That's great news then. So we've got our next single, Brainwasher, coming out on the 27th, and we've got a follow-up gig after that on the 28th in Whyalla, and then there's one in planning for Adelaide to be announced hopefully before the end of the year, if not at the start of 2021. And then there's a fair few things lining up for 2021 as well, with a promotional tour and support acts, and we're pretty excited about that. But yeah, we'll wait to announce that in due time.
All right, Raiden, let's talk about your guitars. What can you tell us?
The most recent one that I got, it was from a store in Whyalla called Electrical. We knew one of the guys who works there, and he actually gave it to me for free, and that's what helps me to write a lot of these songs, because I wouldn't have been able to.
What do you got? What's the Schecter? What is it? The Demon 6? Or?
Yeah, Demon 6 FR. And then, I've also got like a Telecaster or something, an Ibanez, and a Stratocaster, I think.
Yeah, so with the Schecter, yeah, he's got a really, really awesome support from Electrical and Music in Whyalla. They just offered to help him out with that, and we've got a DV Mark multi-amp and a Jet City rig with pedal board, and just, I suppose they heard our instrumental demo before we had vocals, and I suppose being a guitarist himself, he was a little bit, blown away or impressed, and he said, "Yeah, let's support you," and it was good promotion locally too. Like we're trying to help him out as with promotions as a band as well. So that's been pretty cool. So his first little sponsor from the local music shop, which is epic.
That is good. Support local.
Yeah, we're just excited for what's to come. Like we've got promotions on board with Hard Drive Agencies. They're distributing our at least our media releases, PR and marketing around the world. We've had some decent articles around the place, and once the album's released, it's going it's stepping up another gear. So
rock and roll. So December 8th, it all happens. What's the album called?
Timekeeper. Yeah, we've linked that up with some custom artwork too from one of our friends in Queensland. He's done some custom illustrations for us for our singles and for our CD and our artwork. There's going to be some merch coming out with the same artwork on it as well. The Timekeeper character, kind of like I suppose a Rob Zombie or a Iron Maiden sort of theme, that sort of image, and he's holding a Shattered Hourglass. So that's pretty cool. Check that out when you get a chance, and everyone will be seeing it on the album when it comes out. So.
Yeah, so I've just been chatting to Craig and Raiden from Shattered Hourglass, and good luck, guys, with the album coming out on December 8th. Good to talk to you today.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks a lot, Cheers, man.